on me, take on me, take me on. Still can't quite get that right. Take. Nope, I'm doing that wrong still. Take. Hello, me. I'm still working on the whole singing thing. That's also happening this week, isn't it? Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, we're playing Timberborn today. Who's excited for Timberborn? Me, I am. I'm a little excited. It's been a long time. Let's see here. This button. Hey, where'd my game at? Wait for it. Maybe it'll respond. Because right now it says Timberborn.exe is not responding. Oh, we got it. It's responding. Here we are. Back in the... Hello? We're back! We're back in Beaver Town! Wait, what was the name of this town? Why did I... Green River! Man. Nice. Okay. So, where was I? I think we're in, like, the middle of the wet season. Yeah, you can see all of the, water runoff. I'm sure this won't be a stupid idea at all. How could it be? And we got our reservoirs all the way up here. Look at all the stuff we got going. This is great. And now I just need to remember how to actually play this game. Does anyone remember that? I don't. It's been a long time. What was I even planning? When was the last time I played this game? It had to be like at least a month ago. I spent a month of just doing nothing. Okay, I had the metal shop going. So that's a... Perhaps it will. Okay, so the streaming is still going. Alright, I think I might have figured it out. I had my VPN set to somewhere very far away. It's sort of auto-connected to there, I guess. And now, it appears that everything is flowing again. Hooray, I fixed it! Victories all around. Now, what was I saying earlier? Oh, I've completely forgotten again. My focus is all... crocus. Let's see here. We've got our town. We're collecting iron. I think that... Oh, sweet. So the water beaver wheel is set. Well, it isn't really a water wheel, is it? We have 2 of those guys there. I can afford to have more than just one guy going, though. Then one guy over here. No storage space. A. Oh, we don't need... Okay, maybe we do need 2 guys. Alright, so... I want to get this stuff over here. That is a small pile of scrap metal. We want... proper metal. And that's what these things are supposed to be building. Alright, I think I figured it all out. Everything is coming together. And I fixed the lag. The lag is fixed. Everyone rejoice. Or, you know, don't, whatever. Well, no, yeah, rejoice. This is good. Good times. Good times had by all. Who cut down all these trees? This is perfectly usable space over here. So what do I do next? Oh, you know what I can check? I can check. Yeah, all these trees are being forested. And the chestnut trees are not being forested. Alright. Well, it looks like everything is pretty okay. Feed the Children's! That should be the name of my new album if it wasn't already taken by... What was the name of that band? I think it was, Limousine. Something like that. And they had that band, or that album, Feed the Children's. Or like... I'm not gonna steal that joke, it isn't my joke. I would highly recommend going and watching Homestar Runner videos. That was a really good show. It was on back when I was a kid. Only it wasn't your regular TV show, it was an internet cartoon. And the funny wrestler Mask Man would run around and cause trouble for the rest of the characters in the series. And he had this this plot of land that was out behind the dumpsters, and it was called Strongbadia. And it had the greatest anthem of all. And it went a little something like, to the place where the tropical breezes flow. Come to the coolest place I know. The people are so great, but really there's only me. And that means I'm so great. And also there's the cheat. Oh, there's the cheat in the place where the tropical breezes flow. The cheat in the coolest place I know. And it went on for a while, and I don't remember the rest of the words. But I do remember that much. I don't think that there were that many tropical breezes, actually. I think that part wasn't quite true. You know what these guys need? They need... bigger water bucket. The biggest water bucket. Water bucket that's this many. You know what? Yeah, they don't need all of this. Or all of this. I'm going to destroy this. And replace it with water. And then the children will have no extra road to play on. I mean, destroy the orphanage. I mean, the community center? Am I evil? Is this evil? When you're evil? Where is the destruction button? The destruction of countless lives button. Oh no! Ah, he's fine. He knows where he's going now. Oh hey! That's pretty nice. Why is this all the way up here? Look at all the distance they have to go just to get there. Now, I'm gonna build a better water bucket. A bigger water bucket. A water bucket that's here. That should be fine. Fill it with water. There we go. Problem resolved. Exactly. Something about governments, yada yada yada, destroy the community center. So that the richest members of town can have an extra tennis court and or parking lot. Because everyone knows the bad guy in any, what is that, like an 80s movie? Is always the mustache-twirling rich guy who just wants to have the place for something or other. Man, I really want to build a dam right over here. Think of all of the water that we would have just sitting in this lake here. It'd be a huge lake. Look at the size of that lake. but then all of the water would overflow. So I'd probably need to make an additional dam. But for now, I'd love to just have something over here, blocking all that water. But to get all of my guys, or some of my guys from over here to over there, that'd be a lot of work. Man, look how dry this land is. Oh well. Do we have any proper metal blocks? We do not. You know what these guys need? Another windmill. That might help. Because it is taking ages for them to make a metal block. Let's see here. Let's build... Actually, can I build? No, I can't afford that yet. Okay, second windmill. Go in here. Oh. Windmills need a lot of space, don't they? That should be fine. There we go, problem resolved. Now, get to work. Communities don't communicate? What do you mean? I guess they don't really do that anymore. Communities... Honestly, I feel like a destruction of a community center to replace it with a cell phone tower would be totally acceptable in this day and age. Things have really changed. The world's fallen off from where it was. Also, did I remember to say, hey, look, we're almost at 150. Hooray. I feel like the last two videos I made did fairly well. But, you know, that is what it is, what it will be. Oops, I clicked off of the game. I get so distracted sometimes. I've been looking into René Descartes. He was a rationalist from France. Of which, rationalism doesn't sound all that rational to me these days. A lot of it was sort of just based on, you know, what you can perceive. I say sort of, but no, that is exactly what rationalism is. It's logic based on perception, as opposed to logic based on evaluation, I guess. Is that a good way to put it? We have lots of food and lots of water. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to do at this point. What exactly do I want to do? Wait, what's the goal of this game? Well, his rationale for being cruel to animals was that animals aren't actually sentient and don't really feel anything. Everything is mechanical with them because they're not actually alive, in his mind, because they can't speak and they can't think. René Descartes' one line that everyone knows him for is, I think, therefore I am. So if you can think, and you can communicate that you think, you are a person. I mean, yeah, pretty much. That is, in a way, saying that babies are animals, but even then, animals aren't actually alive in René Descartes' viewpoint, which is kind of messed up, if you ask me. But whatever. Crazy people do crazy things. That's just a part of the crazy world we live in. The way I see it, we should really be investing a bit more time into philosophy and recognizing that, what was I thinking? I've totally forgot. You know what who is? What am I? Am I a sandwich? No, I'm not a sandwich. Last I checked, I was not a sandwich. That would be illogical. Rane. Granny? Rammit? I mean, can you prove that? Can you logically prove Rene Descartes was a baby eater? I question the logic of that. I mean, he didn't believe that animals were alive, but... I have my doubts. Look at this cow. He can't feel me stabbing him. God, that's so cruel to consider. Well, that is philosophy. One of these days, I get the feeling I'm gonna get trouble from YouTube. I immediately regret what I just said about Rene Descartes potentially mistreating animals. He's a philosopher, you know. A famous, very dead philosopher. He's been dead for a long time. He lived in, like... When did he live? Oh man, now I need to look this up. Dear Google. When did Rene Descartes live? He was alive... He was born March 31st, 1596, and died 1650. He was born in France and ended up in Stockholm, Sweden. Huh. Well, would you look at that? Back in those times, you could actually move somewhere. Man, can you imagine that? Actually being able to move away from the country you lived in? And actually, like, have a home? Man, that would be a dream. Actually, I don't know. I heard some pretty bad stuff about Dream, but I'm Tish. Oh well. Now, what do I do? Just sort of looking around. I realize now, this was probably not the best game to play. Because I didn't think about what I would talk about while here. Who's Dream, bruh? You haven't heard about Dream? Oh man, there's been a lot of controversy about him. But I'm not a controversy VTuber. I don't do that stuff. I heard he had something to do with Minecraft, and that's about all I'm gonna say on it. People do what they want. I'm not gonna be a judgmental type. I'd just be a bit of a pain in the butt to deal with. Man, it takes so long for them just to make one block of metal. But look, we have metal blocks. We have enough metal blocks that we already have this stuff. Wait, where can I even get... Okay, so that means I can set up a hut or collection over here. Let's see here. This button, Gatherer's Hut. Sweet. Oh man, look at my beavers go. They're all swarming around, even though it's actually kind of... What speeds are these? I don't think they actually have speed names. Wait, what? So kawaii. I missed something. What's... Kawaii... Kawaii? What's kawaii? That's so metal. Is that what you mean? Metal is metal? I cannot disagree. The metal is pretty dang metal. It's so metal, in fact. It's just... It's so metal. Yes, indeed. I agree, wholeheartedly. What else is new? Oh, I've had the story of Talos just living in my head for ages now. Rent-free. It's a good story. Have you ever heard that story? I like that story. Want to hear the story of Talos? Sure you do. Everyone wants to hear the story of Talos. See, a long time ago, there was this Greek island called Crete, and it had this king on it, this king named Minos. He was known for a lot of stuff. Like, he had this whole issue with a minotaur that I trapped in a maze. That's a whole other story. I'll get into that later. But the thing is, he also had this problem with pirates coming and plundering his island, so he asked the god of invention, Hephaestus, to come up with a new way to protect his islands because he kept losing guards to the pirates. So Hephaestus came up with this ingenious idea to make a giant bronze man. It was better than any other normal guard guy. It was like the height of two men standing on top of each other. One standing on the other one's shoulders, about that tall, and was super strong. He could, like, hurl boulders with super ease for hundreds of yards. With pinpoint accuracy, no less. And one last thing he could do, he could heat up his body super white hot. Like, crazy hot. And if invaders were to get to the shores, then he could heat up his body and give them a burning bear hug. Not quite a golem. That's a entirely different story that I would love to tell at some point later. But back to Talos. The thing is... Oh, you know what? I haven't even finished talking about all the cool stuff he could do. I once heard that he was able to pick up horses and juggle them, and when he put them back down, the horses would be totally fine. And he did all this just for the entertainment of the townsfolk, which I just think is super cool. He cared about the people he was protecting, even though he protected them like a robot. 3 times a day, would walk around the entire island on his robotic patrol without any deviation. If he saw pirate ships, he'd throw boulders at them until the ships sank, and then he'd deal with whoever made it to the island's shore. Every day the same thing. But at nights, when no one was around, when he was just sitting down between his shifts, he was left to his own thoughts. And yeah, he was a giant robot, but he had thoughts. He had feelings. He thought about the men that he killed. He believed he had to kill them, just as any human guard would. The thing is, he saw them close up in a way that humans probably wouldn't have. He saw them with such clarity to understand the agony that they went through when he ended their lives, and that haunted him. He was scared of death. Worse yet, he knew that when you die, you can't come back. If he died, then who would protect the people of Crete? Who would take care of them? Who would entertain them? Sure, there were entertainers and guards, but none like him. He was Talos, the only Talos. Now, he did this for years without fail, and his thoughts continued to sink into him. But one fated day, a group of adventurers, heroes, one of them, their leader by the name of Jason, leading his band of Argonauts. Perhaps you've heard of Jason and the Argonauts. Once again, an entirely other story. The thing is, Jason needed a place to rest. They were on their way back. They had just gotten this crazy relic called the Golden Fleece, and they were looking to just rest for a while, bring their ship into a dock, and be at ease for a bit. The thing is, one of Jason's crew, Medea? Oh, hello. Konnichiwa. Gemu no... Can't read kanji. Chotto matte kudasai. Guguru, tasukete. Game no sete ga sakuto ni. Game settings are set to factory Rio, so you should change them. どうですか? わかりません。ごめんなさい。Surprise, I know a little bit of Japanese, not a lot. Konnichiwa, Ufan-san. Man, I feel bad that I don't know Japanese better than I do. I hope that I was actually able to show that I know stuff a little bit, a teeny tiny bit. What was I... Oh, what was I saying? I was talking about something. Oh, I was telling the story of Talos. I am just all over the place in one instant. It is so exciting to see people from around the world coming in and saying hi. I had someone that spoke Spanish comment on my video from yesterday. Oh, right. Medea. She was one of Jason's crew, and she knew about she knew about Talos, and she warned Jason that if they get too close to the shore, then Talos would sink their ship. So, Medea and Jason came up with a plan. While Jason would distract Talos by moving his ship around as quickly as he could, Medea would sneak in under the surface, then confront Talos and find a way to deal with him. So, while Medea snuck off into the water over the back of the ship, Jason and his Argonauts moved around their ship with incredible vigor and speed. And Medea, under the surface, while Talos was distracted, made it to the shore. And when she confronted him, Talos began to heat his body up red hot, just as he always had. But Medea said, "Wait! I can promise you immortality." And while Talos was immediately distracted. He was uncertain, but he stopped for a moment to actually question this. In this moment, he cooled himself down, and Medea could see a glinting at the back of his heel. Something was there. She had theorized whatever's keeping him alive, whatever's powering this giant metal man, had to do with that bolt on the back of his foot. So she promised that if he would keep his attacks for just a moment, she would grant him eternal life. This spoke to Talos deeply and emotionally. If he could live forever, then he could protect the people of Crete forever. He could be the best hero of the islands he could be. And while he was contemplating that, Medea unscrewed the bolt at the back of his heel. And all of the ichor, the lifeblood that was keeping him alive, poured out. And he realized something was horribly wrong. But Talos had no idea exactly what. He didn't even realize he was full of ichor. He thought he was mortal, like everyone else. And as he toppled over, dizzy, losing his very blood, his last words were, "I must protect them." And as the life drained from his eyes, it pooled into one last golden tear, a drop of ichor that streamed down his face. And that's the story of Talos. It's quite tragic. The most painful part is knowing that it didn't really have to happen. It was a lot of miscommunications and just not knowing. To Jason and the Argonauts, Talos was just a machine, an object. Not really sentient at all. It wasn't human, it had no emotions, it just killed. That's what it did. But we know that Talos wasn't quite like that. Talos didn't know that he was immortal. There's so many things that could have happened that didn't. It's a tragedy, really. But I guess you can sort of see the consistency in the topics I've been looking into lately. From Descartes to Talos. There have been another couple things that I've looked into, but seem to be escaping my mind at the moment. Yeah. What do you think of my storytelling? I think it could use a little work. I was working on that one for a little while, though. It was tragic. I agree. All of my beavers seem to be doing fine. They're just living their best lives. And I am achieving very little because I don't think it matters that much if I achieve anything. I mean, they all seem to be doing well enough. They got food. Oh, I can't move that. Yeah, everyone's got what they need. They're happy enough. Everything is sort of in equilibrium. I have no need to worry too much more. Ah. Wait. You don't know you can't read, speak, or... read or speak English? You seem to be able to do that fine enough. Is English not your first language? Wait. Is Welsh your first language? Eh, your best is good enough. I think you speak fine. That makes total sense. That most certainly does. Yeah, I don't know anything about Welsh. The most I know is, like, some Japanese and mostly English. Mostly English. I know little bits and pieces of other languages, like, no hablo español. And, oida. Nein. Das Wasser ist verboten. I know some German. Not a lot of German. Very limited German. What else do I know? Bonjour. Je m'appelle. Green Mage. So, I wouldn't even say I know enough French to actually say anything of worth. If I see Spanish, sometimes I can understand a bit of it, but I really can't say I know much of Spanish more than just I can't speak Spanish. And, por favor. I don't remember the word for quickly, but I know the word for please, so that's something, right? What else do I know? Really, it's just fragments of other languages. I can't even say I know much at all. But, you know, you learn stuff. Language is fun, though. It helps us understand the world around us. Or rather, it helps us describe it, which in turn helps us understand it. A little bit. At the very least. Language and its philosophy alone are quite fascinating. Ooh, the philosophy of language. Is that a study? Can I look up language philosophy? Because there's a lot of cultural stuff that goes on with language as well. So, I would imagine that there is a philosophy to how we use language, and how the way we use language impacts us. You know what I don't understand? Modern slang. They're just such weird things. Oof. Well, maybe you should get back into learning more Welsh. And then teach me. So that I can say, oh yeah, I know some Welsh. I say some words in Welsh. People would be like, whoa. Who speaks Welsh? Nuts. Nobody speaks Welsh, except for the Welsh. Then again, I'm learning to speak a language that is primarily only spoken on one, like... I wouldn't even say one island, because Japan has lots of smaller islands that people speak and live on and speak Japanese on. But, like, you know what I'm saying, right? Deutsch? Deutsch? Yeah, let me Google translate words into pronunciations. Google, help. Tasukete. Pronunciation. In Welsh?
Diolch.
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 Diolch. Cool. I can say diolch. And that is one word in Welsh. I am well on the way to knowing how to speak perfect Welsh. I am not. I am certain that this would take a very long time for me to actually learn. I do actually enjoy learning about languages, though. I actually recently switched my major from economics to linguistics. I think that should be more interesting to me than economics, because I don't like economics. It wasn't even my idea to study economics. That was my dad's idea, and I was just like, okay, I do that now. Honestly, at the time, the only reason I got into... or the only reason my dad thought that economics was a good idea was because I started working on making plush toys and was actually making money off of it. And he thought, you know what? You should learn how to do that the right way. Go study economics. I don't think he realized, as much as I didn't realize, that, what was I thinking? Economics in university is not really entrepreneurial stuff. It's just how economic systems work. So that's its own thing. Words. Gwyn Holfi. That? Control C. I imagine Welsh is one of those languages where, it doesn't sound like it is spelled.
Green Hoffy.
Gwyn Holfi. I wasn't actually too far off. So what was the word that I learned before Gwyn Holfi? Gwyn Holfi? Dwim dim and Holfi? Interesting. Diolch. Dwin Holfi? Dwim of and Holfi? Dwiloch. Cool. Wait, where did I put... Oh, hey, there's Spanish. I have gone through like 3 different translations today. I've done a Spanish translation this morning, and then I did Japanese just a little bit ago, and now I'm on to Welsh. What next? Who will stumble into the stream next and question, hey, what's this green-haired guy doing here? Is he learning languages? Is this boy learning languages? Well, howdy, boy! Here's a language for you, and then they make up a language on the spot. Gaddafi? Ah, I see. Autocorrect. I get the feeling I'm expected to be growing my town more. And not doing whatever... Wait. There are people that don't have jobs. Well, that's no good. They need a jorb. Somebody's got to get them a jorb. Maybe I should build something. Maybe I should build... what should I build? A large warehouse, perhaps. Why not? I can build it right here. I can fill it with... what can I fill it with? Well, that's all blueberries. So I can fill it with... chestnuts. Look at all them gears. Oh, look, more blueberries. Oh, wow, I have so many blueberries. You know what? I should switch this into paper. There we go. I have plenty of space over here. Orada. Good morning. Neat. I'm learning words. But not really languages, because I feel like I'm not actually getting any of the grammar out of this. Hey, if you're, bilingual, does it really matter? Because if you have a skill that someone else doesn't have, you can teach them. That is the nature of language. Or the nature of learning? The nature of something. Gorborada. I see, I see. Wonder how I can get more people into stream. Because right now it says there are 3 people here. I'm one. You're one. We got someone else who's here, who I don't know who they are, but I'm sure that they are also one. What was it that he was saying? Or Lufan was saying, or Lufan-san. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Lufan Kitsune. Oh, Kitsune. Kakoi ne. Kitsune are fox spirits. They are really very interesting. They change shape and form, and I believe you can actually see normally a pair of them outside of temples. Oh man, I need to look up some stories about Kitsune. I want to do an entire stream where I just tell stories. I would love that. I have like 5 different stories that I've started, possibly 6 different stories that I've started all on stream. And the thing is, I don't want to tell them before I actually have a full story. I technically am not even finished properly writing out how I want to tell the Talos story, because that isn't the original story. What I told you was sort of my own interpretation, and I added some more stuff to give it a bit more punch, to make it a bit more emotional and more connecting to Talos as a character. So that isn't even the original story. I told you my rendition of Talos. I think what I want to do is come up with my own original story to tell, then maybe another 2 stories from Greek mythology. I think it'd be neat if I were to learn about the story with King Minos and the Minotaur. Because that was the guy who had the Minotaur, and then he got this guy named Daedalus, who built a labyrinth. And once every year, he would send 7 boys and 7 girls into the labyrinth, and they would have to run around, and normally would be eaten by the Minotaur. So, I feel like there's a whole lot more to that story than I actually know right now. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, kind of messed up, but that's sort of how Greek mythology is. Incredibly messed up. Maybe I should put down something over here so that these guys can be doing more than just a whole lot of nothing they got going on. Then again, I've been mainly just chit-chatting. Chatting away. I see. They do not have a lot of water over there. I should get them more water. The only reason I built this area, though, was, so that I could get my hands on that metal. Of which I feel like there was more that I was gonna do with the metal, and I just don't remember what it was. When is the next drought? I haven't done a whole lot, have I? What's going on with the browse games section underneath this? I should probably focus on... What am I focusing on? What are we doing here? We're all just hanging out, having a good time. Chill. Chill is as chill does. You know? Bro. Bro. What if... Space aliens? What if space aliens came down in the shape of beavers and decided to colonize planets? Is that the story of this game? It could be. It very well could be. And we would have no idea. There'd be no way to know for sure. Or maybe I'm just completely insane. I know, right? No way! I wonder what's over here. Oh, there's more metal. And more trees. And more dead trees. And more dead trees. I think this is the last time I'm gonna stream Timberborn. Because I've built my town. I don't actually have any idea of where I want to go from here. Everything's going perfectly. It's, like, actually sustaining everyone. I don't even need to do anything. Everyone has everything they need. I mean, I could build more. But why? Why would I need to? Everyone's perfectly happy. Okay, this guy's a little hurt, but... aside from that, everyone's perfectly happy. They have medicine. I have places to... Oh. I should send this guy back to the other place. I don't think there's a way for me to send just him, though. I mean, I just sort of sent the entire town, didn't I? And now I don't think there's enough beds left. So I guess now I do need to build a new home. I know what to do. As soon as I figure out where housing is. There it is. I build a path. And boom, there we go. It's all good. Everyone's fine. No need for me to expand the village. What was I doing? I don't even remember. I said I would stream for 2 hours today, but I'm kind of bored of this game. I didn't even realize I'd be bored of this game. Oh well. That is true, I am slaying. Man, I am so out of practice with streaming, though. I'm sure I'll get back into it soon enough. I miss streaming, though. It's been fun being back yesterday and playing StarCraft and coming back today and telling you a story. And tomorrow I'm gonna sew a thing. So that should be fun, too. Imagine dragons? Imagine... It was fun? Oh, it was fun. Why would you need to imagine that, though? Ah, he's sleeping in the injury bed. Oh, there we go. Man, this bed is really popular since this guy got hurt. Dragon? Dragoon. Dragon. Imagine dragon. Bro, imagine that. That'd be terrible. I don't think I want to imagine being bored. I don't need to imagine, in fact. Because I am right now. How can I make this game more entertaining? It's a city builder that I've reached a point of which I'm happy with. I don't think I can. The good news is we're at about an hour, so I don't feel too bad about ending stream soon. But I also said that I'd do 2 hours today. What to do? Got any suggestions? Ideas? Thoughts? Things for me to talk about? I'm the one who's entertaining. I'm the one who needs to bring the things to talk about. Beavers. Yeah, but I'm supposed to do more than just me. I'm supposed to do all the things. I'm supposed to be the Hercules lifting the world. Did you know that Hercules once lifted the world? I think that, I don't remember who sent him, but he had to go get some golden apples or something like that. And, what's his name? Atlas. He actually... Oh, hey, what's up? No BSCS is right. I have to be a man of my word. I have to do the thing and actually stream for a solid 2 hours. I'm only halfway done. Which, yeah, okay. That's totally fine. What was I... Oh, right. Hercules. Yeah, he once had to carry the world on his back. Of which Atlas had tricked him into holding the world while Atlas went to go get the apples. When he came back, he was like, you know what? I think I'll return these apples for you. And Hercules said, wait, can you hold this for a second? Because I need to cover my back. And Atlas, knowing how much it sucks to have your back exposed while you're carrying the entire planet, he was like, you know what? All right. And then Hercules was like, thanks, dude. And then he ran off. And Atlas was all like, man. Well, that's another thing that happened once. What else is there? The worst part about knowing stuff is not knowing what I know. Well, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, do you want to give me a hand and subscribe so that I can reach 150 subscribers? I'm from Canada. I'm so close. 149. It's taunting me. I would be eternally grateful. What else? I feel like I should have more of an idea of what I'm saying. I'm sort of buying time while I'm thinking about what to say next. Oh, Canada, my home and native land, true patriot love. I'm already off key. What was I doing? I really don't have enough going on. That's why I keep getting distracted and confused. Buildings lack workers. You don't say. I wonder if it has something to do with me sending everyone back to this town. Maybe I should send some people back to that town. Migrate population. Yep, let's add 6 more workers. Return from whence you came. Thank you, good beavers. You are true patriots and friends to the greater good. The good are great. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I did it! We did it! Go team! We made it to 150. So what's my next goal? 200! In which case, what should I do now? I should celebrate with something. I should celebrate by... Huh. Oh, what was I thinking about before with stuff I don't know that I know? Oh yeah, when you're thinking about the stuff that you know, there's sort of 4 ways of being, or knowing things. You could be simple and say, there's stuff you know and stuff you don't know. But you could also say that there's stuff you know, and stuff you don't know. And then there's stuff that you don't know, and stuff that you don't know that you know. This all probably sounds really weird and complicated. So I like to think of it as, kind of like a graph. In fact, I have an idea. So, this line representing what you know, so stuff you've learned, and this is stuff that you're aware of. So, down here is stuff you're not really aware of, and up here is stuff you are aware of. And then this stuff is stuff that you know you've learned, and this is stuff that you don't realize that you've... or that you haven't learned. Yeah, I think that works. So 2 plus 2 equals 4 would be somewhere over here. That's stuff that you've learned and that you know. Then there's stuff that you don't realize that you know. So, like a story that I've told before, totally forgot that I knew about, but something jogs my memory and then I remember it. So the whole story with Hercules and Atlas, that's something that I'd totally forgotten I knew about. That would be somewhere over here. Then there's stuff that you don't know you know, or you don't know that you don't know. So you probably know about astrophysics, but maybe you don't know about the specific physics-based rules or specific calculations that are used in astrophysics. So stuff that you don't even know that you don't know because you haven't even learned enough about the subject to know would be somewhere over here. And then I think the last one, stuff you know you don't know. So, well, now you know that there's stuff that you probably don't know in astrophysics. So, whatever you didn't leave over there is now over there. I think that covers the 4 sectors. But then there's also certainty, of which adds an entirely new dimension. So you can go up and down depending on how certain you are about any of the things in these sectors. Isn't that fun? Wait, why did I even go on that little rant there? I don't remember, but I'm sure it wasn't important. Well, now what? What else can I give you guys? What magical information can I bestow upon you? What other stories do I know? I don't think I know the story of the first golem well enough to tell that one yet. But I think I should. What else is there, though? This game is not very thought-provoking, is it? It's just a really chill game. And now I want to play CSGO. Or something a bit more active. Maybe not CSGO. I'm not very good at CSGO. It's one of those... Other people are definitely better than you, and they will make you feel sad that you are not as good as them kind of games. That's also a good reason as to why I don't like to play PvP in StarCraft, and I stick to computers. Someday I'll be good enough to do PvP. Someday. When all my dreams come true. Hillbilly Billy Bob's new musical called Ding Dong Banjo Noises. Banjo Noise. Oh, that's a good one. I should listen to that one. I hear good things about that specific musical. And the banjo go banjo. I banjo. You banjo? No, I banjo. We banjo. And then there was water, and all was laid to burn a nation. Look at all that water. Food, water. What more could a beaver ask for? This game is going so slow. So slow. I wonder what it was that he was talking about before. Because I actually do not know. It was something about the default settings. Have you ever played Banjo-Kazooie? Or Banjo-Tooie, for that matter? I played Banjo-Tooie as a kid. That was my game. I know that other kids grew up with Banjo-Kazooie, which was only like a couple of years older, I think. That was back in the golden age of Rare. Now it's been owned by Microsoft, and you can only play their Rare Replay collection with those games on it if you have an Xbox One. I really want them to port that to PC. It would be so nice. I don't think they will, though. I also don't own an Xbox One, which does not make things easier. There was one specific level in that game, in Banjo-Tooie specifically, that I really, really liked, that had just the best music. It was all like... Dun, 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 dun. It was called Glitter Gulch Mine. I actually started writing a song for that one. Maybe I should sing that at some point. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll work on that later. Costume Quest. Wasn't that, what's it called? One of those flashy games on the internet? Those flash games? Back when they had those? I remember those games. Trogdor was one of those games. Man, I should play Trogdor on stream. That'd be fun. Trogdor! Ah, I see. Look! The drought! It's coming! Wait, that's not a good thing, is it? That's a bad thing. Should I be scared? Remember, whenever you feel scare or Frigton, always remember, happy time. I feel like that is a meme that... I did a clip of that a while ago. Did you ever watch that? I feel like you did and commented on it. That was a good one. That was a good one. Oswald and Mickey fight against... Think. Get magic, colorful ink, magic brush, basically. Oh! I heard about that one. I can't even remember it. I never even played that one. I heard it was good, though. It looked cool. Like you made the world different. You could erase things or add things, and you got to decide. You decide! You know what was also a fun one? BioShock. And BioShock Infinite, I guess. Because BioShock 2 was kind of a weird one for me, because there were parts of the game I loved. And then there were other parts of the game that I just couldn't get behind. Like the little sister protection area. Long time ago, I thought that was like the worst part of the game. Now I'm starting to think, maybe I should go back and play that game again. Might like it more this time. Maybe I should consider that. Man, this game is so... sleepy. I feel sleepy. I don't know if I'll make it to the 2-hour mark. If I don't make it, go on without me. Blech. Wait, how could that work? If I stopped streaming before the 2-hour mark, then you can't go on without me. Because there'd be no stream to go on. Therefore, I need to stay here and continue streaming. I think I found myself in a catch-22. A 20-second catch. I get the feeling that's a book that most people haven't read. The whole thing with Catch-22 is, well, the short of it is it took place in World War II, and it was focused on a group of soldiers that were taking incredibly dangerous flying missions. So they would go out and bomb targets and try not to get shot down. And it was super dangerous. It was super high risk. And the only way for anyone to get out of doing it is for them to prove that they're crazy. However, if they were to try to prove that they're crazy, that would prove that they're sane, because they're incredibly dangerous missions that nobody wants to fly. So if you were to try and prove that you're crazy, you'd be proving that you're smart enough and sane enough that you know you don't want to do the missions. Therefore, you couldn't prove that you're insane. And therein lies the catch. From what I know, not really anyone makes it out, and one guy potentially crashed, but they can't prove that he died. Well, now you know the story of Catch-22. Well, you know the gist of Catch-22. It's a full book. I would recommend reading it to actually know the whole point of it. I realize I'm not very good at holding on to viewers, am I? I've had people coming in and going out throughout this entire stream. I've got the voice down. What I'm missing now is a bit more action, a bit more intrigue, some more mystery and uniqueness. Something to make people want to come in and be like, hey, what's this all about? And did you guys, you see that? That gnome just keeps showing up out of nowhere. I never know when, I never know where, I never know how. I simply know he shows up. And it's always creepy. Always creepy. I think he might live in my walls. Not gonna lie on that one. I think he's just sort of hanging around. Well, if you guys see him, let me know. Anywho, what else is new? Carrots? Nah, probably not carrots. Carrots are perfectly normal. Perfectly mundane things that everyone knows about. Also, why do I not have... Oh, I don't have anything grilling chestnuts. I should do that. I think you get grilled chestnuts from that. Which means... I need to build food. Build ourselves a grill. Let's build a couple of them. And then... Oh, what else can I buy, actually? Ooh, a mill. I can make bread from that. That'd be neat. Then my beavers can eat bread. Ooh, an aquatic farmhouse. That might be fun. I could build that, like... Oh, I got tons of science. I can afford that. Now, where should I plonk it down? How about here? And then I can put farm. Which would I want? I think I could do both cattail and spatter duck. There we go. Now I'm farming. Now we're cooking with food. Oh. Excuse me, sir. Could you grill up some of these? Thank you. Actually, I think the cattail is better. I'm not sure, though. Totally uncertain of that one. Neat. All is going exactly to plan. Everything is exactly as I had initially planned it. And totally not entirely being made up as I go. I have no idea what I was talking about for the past however long. Like, actually no idea. Wonder what I should do next. I could break down some of this stuff. I could blow up this mountain. I could blow up this mountain. Then I'd have a whole bunch of extra space. So that is what I'm going to work towards. Let's see here. What do I need in order to blow up a mountain? Why, hello there. An explosives factory, you say? Don't mind if I do. And just like that, I can have... Oh, I've got the metal blocks I need too, don't I? Wait, is that why I was building that? Oh, sweet. Wow, that's a lot of logs. I don't need that many logs. I'm gonna build some storage for that log area. I probably don't need that much, do I? This holds 20. Yeah, okay, I'll build that much. Cool. And then I'll fill it with logs. Sweet. And just like that, there's space for me to put away the logs. All is going exactly to plan. And soon enough, the drought is gonna start. And then all will be laid to desolation. Oh no, the drought's about to start. Look out, Beaver Town. Okay, now what? I mean, I could start screaming and crying when people join, but that's not really the kind of experience I'm going for here. It is an experience, though. I do not question that. I totally agree with you. But allow me to run this whole idea by you. So a guy joins, and I start immediately screaming and bawling my eyes out and being like, oh, thank God! Oh, thank God for joining! Oh, I don't know what I would have done without you. Oh, God, the world is ending. Everything sucks. Ah! And then it just sort of feels awkward, you know? Like, where do you go from there? Now they're just sort of sitting there like, okay, I'm not gonna leave, dude, chill. So, what do you do around here? And I'm all like, oh. I got a level with you, I thought you were just gonna leave. And then they're like, oh. Yeah. So, now what? And therein lies the problem, see? Well, I know you would stay. You stay anyway. But would I stay? I don't think so. I feel like I'd get, like, tired or something. I don't know. I'm normally tired, to be fair, though. I'm tired right now. Yeah, that is kind of true. That is a thing I do. Oh no! The water! The water is going! Going, gone. You know what these beavers need? They need... Where is the thing I'm looking for? A shower. Because they are smelly, filthy animals that need to shower. But where do I put down the showers? This is a question that my people have asked for millennia. But where do we put the showers? It's summer vacation. Water pumps can stop running. Maybe I can work on putting showers along here. Which means I would need an extra row of platforms. Yeah, that'd be fine. Look, I'm just saying. They are kind of smelly, filthy animals. It's just a matter of fact. It isn't, like, to put them down. I just think that they smell really bad. And they really need a shower. Yeah, see, they're stinky. You even admit it. They need showers. Just how it is. Ugh. Hey man, don't hate the player. Hate the stench. That is a phrase that I am going to go ahead and coin. That is my phrase. Copyrighted. Do not steal. Wait, seriously? What if I stop that? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Now we got a beaver working here. How are the beavers over here doing? They're fine. They have all the stuff they can use or need. Oh no, planks. I didn't consider planks. I didn't consider planks at all. Well, it would appear that everyone has everything they need, so that town, perfectly fine. This town, on the other hand, let's see here. I want to build somewhere to put all of my destructive weapons. I mean, landscaping tools. Not destructive at all, I promise. I swear it. I swears it, officer. It wasn't for blowing people up at all. It was for blowing up mountains and landscaping. It's the truth. The truth, I say. Man, we should have a party sometime. New Year's is coming up. I should do a New Year's party. A New Year's live stream party. That sounds like a lot of work, though. What would I do for that? If I did a New Year's live stream party? Yardy. Maybe like a something hour live stream and just stay up as late as I can until New Year's. And then be like, okay, thanks for coming, everybody. It's time for slep. What? No, no police involvement. We don't need to call the police on New Year's. They have their own families. If a police officer drops into the stream, I won't say they're not allowed. They just should not be interrupting the peaceful stream. As it is, and as it does, and as we do. We do what we are, what we be. That is how we do here. We hang out. Imagine how nice it would be to hang out around a bonfire or on a rooftop in a beaver town. A scenic beaver town. Just hanging out. Man, that would be a dream. My dream home is like a penthouse apartment kind of a thing, where it's big and open and really shiny with like white marble floors and nice big windows. Maybe I can overlook a city. It'd be really cool. I feel like I need to work on that dream apartment. Seems a little empty. Nice big TV somewhere. And rooms to put all my plushies in. You know that I really like plushies, right? I have a very large collection of plushies. There are no carrots. I'm going to make a place for the grilled chestnuts. Oh, we don't have anyone here. Or here. And this is going to be for boom stuff. There we go. I get the feeling that I could probably do with, more power. It's probably fine. Man, I should introduce you guys to every single individual plushie in my collection, just so you can get an idea of how many plushies I have. Because I have a lot of plushies. Oh no! Your sister gave them to the dog? Oh, those poor plushies. My heart cries for you. I'm so sorry for your loss. I feel like that would be a good hour's worth of content if I were to just sit here and go through each and every single one of my plushies. Yeah, that'd be fun. We're at an hour and a half. I don't think I'll make it to 2 hours to today. 2 hours today either. I'm just feeling out of it. To be fair, not exactly the most eventful stream I've ever done either. Oof. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. Sounds unpleasant. She has her own laptop? Man, when I was a kid, I didn't have a laptop. Actually, no. At some point I did have a laptop, but not until I was in high school, at the very earliest. I definitely didn't have a phone until I was, into college. Like, not a smartphone anyway. I had a flip phone, a Motorola Razr. That was a good phone. And why don't they make phones like that anymore? I guess it's because it doesn't have the touch screen. It's not as game playable. The best game you could really get on that was like Snake. Anywho, I think now is as good a time as any for me to say thanks for coming and hanging out. It was fun. I'm gonna end stream here though. For anyone watching the VOD, thanks for hanging out. And for all my new subscriber, thanks for coming and subscribing. I appreciate it. You are the best, and I am very happy with you. And this, and us. Go team. Welcome to the team. Team Green. The green team. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.